Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Orbital Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. Today we're having a little look at a colony sim, a base builder. This is Primitive Society Simulator. It's very, very interesting indeed. Let's jump into things and see what we have got. I'm going to be playing on normal mode, although we'll see if that's a little bit too challenging. All of these modifiers you don't need to worry about. We're just going to jump on in. And as ever, I'll do my very best to explain what the heck is happening. Now, this game is kind of unique, I think, in the colony sim space. It definitely inherits a lot of traits from some of the sort of genre, the genre leaders, the genre classics, as you will probably see. But there's a couple of really interesting mechanics, specifically around knowledge and research and information that I'd like to chat about. Okay, the hillside we once called home was swallowed by a sudden blizzard. Everything perished. Compelled by our fate, we set out on a long journey to find a new home. We'll continue to accept nature's blessings and tribulations. Our people will survive, prosper, and thrive. Okay, what have we got going on here? We have got some requirements. We got some problems. People are sleeping on the ground. One of the things that I should point out in this game is that this is a very early build of the early access version. Therefore, I mean, for example, names, first and second names don't actually have any space between them, which is a little bit disconcerting and can be a little bit confusing. The names are also kind of weird, but I guess they're sort of like primitive society names, so I don't know. Anyway, we start with a little stockpile. This keeps all of our sort of primary resources. We can also see our primary resources up in the top right-hand corner over here. It's kind of as you'd expect: food, crafted items, some tools, and some raw materials as well. One of our first priorities is going to be getting ourselves a sleeping space for all of these people so that they don't have to sleep on the sort of miserable ground. We're also going to be setting up some resource collection, and we're going to be doing all of the stuff that we need to do in order to get a basic society up and running. Okay, the way that we're going to do that, I think, is through the build menu. The build menu is kind of interesting. There's a lot of really, really unique buildings here, which we're going to talk about. We're going to be building the shed, which is really a hut. It's not really a shed. But anyway, it's going to basically consume a bunch of branches, a bunch of grass. Nothing too complicated there. We will unpause and let everybody get to work building that shed, and then we will build some beds in the shed, because that is what we are going to do. Yeah, let's build a good number of beds. I think that should be completely fine. That should be 8 sleeping spots. There's 2 sleeping spots per bed, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess we'll see with that. But anyway, that's fine. Everybody's going to chop some trees down. We're going to build this thing. It's going to take no time at all. Something that I love about this game, basically everything takes like no time to do anything, which is really, really nice. Everything is pretty quick. Everything's pretty snappy. I love it. There's also, by the way, these little green numbers, which you're going to be seeing time and time again. These numbers happen at basically every interaction in the game. We'll talk about knowledge and the knowledge mechanics as we go, but for now, let's wait and see if we can get all of this built. The most important building in the game, without a shadow of a doubt, is the bonfire. The bonfire is the sort of communal hub of everything that means anything in this game. We're going to get ourselves the bonfire. It's going to take a little bit of flint. It's going to take some stone. It's going to take some wood. Happy days. We'll go and get that all built. And I'm also going to build bonfire seats. These are very, very important too. We'll get sort of bonfire seats around the edge of the bonfire, which is grand. What else are we going to get? Oh, yeah, I should probably build a floor underneath the... There we go. I should probably build a floor underneath the shed. I don't think it particularly matters. We don't want grass under our roof. Not a big deal, but there we go. Anyway, you're gonna get to work, hopefully, on building the bonfire, and we can start to build a roughly okay society. We're going to sort out the people sleeping on ground issues. We're going to sort the lack of blades issues, and we're going to sort the lack of axes issue. Hopefully, pretty darn soon. The floor should be sorted. That's great. The grass shed is already up and running. We are looking good. The bonfire is happy. We've got a lovely looking bonfire. We've got some lovely looking bonfire seats around the edge there. This is all grand. I should point out we've got our stats up in the top right hand corner. Sun temperature is 15 degrees Celsius, spring, year 1, and we've also got the time. We've got wealth. If we want to form an alliance, wealth and prestige are necessary. Prestige, and then we've also got 8 tribespeople, which is fine. Now, let's see if we can try and move on to slightly more sophisticated matters. I'm going to be building a couple of things. First, and probably most important, I'm going to be building the crafting table. We can... Yeah, do I? Hold on. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, let's build the crafting table sort of to the back here. It doesn't particularly matter, but we'll build that at the rear over there, just so that we can have a dry roof if indeed it starts to rain, which I'm hoping that it won't. We're also going to move into 2 times speed, and we're probably going to be playing on 4 and or 8 times speed for most of the episode, because I want to try and show off as many of this game's unique features as is possible. So we'll get that all built, and we'll have a little look at the crafting table interface. Pretty barren in here, but everything that we are going to be building is pretty darned essential. So I think we're going to just sort of add everything to the list. There we go. And we're going to say maintain 10 ropes. I think that'll be fine. Maintain 6 axes. Maintain 6 stone blades. In fact, let's actually set this to 10, just in case everybody needs to use everything at the same time, which I don't think will be the case, but we'll set everything to 10. It's going to take a little bit of time to get... There we go, set that to 10. It's going to take a little bit of time to get everything up to speed, but I'll tell you what, it doesn't actually matter. It doesn't actually matter that we're going to be overproducing some resources, underproducing other resources, because each and every time Goral Dracker, or whatever your name is, anytime you decide to interact with the crafting table, and if I go into multiple times speed here, we'll be able to see... As you complete that, boom, you get a little bit of extra crafting knowledge. Very, very important. You add that to the stockpile, you take more resources out of there. Happy, happy days. So we're going to get everything sorted. And in fact, I tell you what, I'll probably move rope down the priority menu right down to the bottom, because we're going to need rope for wrangling some animals. Stay tuned. But for now, it's not necessarily important. Either way, this is looking really, really good. We're working our way through that rock, and we're getting ourselves a little bit of flint. That is great. Okay, talking about complexity, let's jump into the assign work area. This is where things get not complicated, but it's just we have to prioritize exactly what we're going to be doing. For example, foraging. Foraging is pretty important. Gathering resources is pretty important. Let's assign you to gathering resources. Let's assign you to... Yep. Gathering food, that's fine. And then we will assign you to crafting, I suppose. Or at least we'll rank it slightly higher in the priority list. Anything else that we want to do? Not particularly. I think that's pretty much where we are at the moment. That's pretty decent. Okay. We can also manually sort of set things to be foraged. I mean, berries, always a good one. Nice to do. Nice. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. There are more green values, which is what we love to see. Very, very, very happy with that. We love green. Okay, what's next? There's a lot of stuff to unpack here. A herbs bench, a war totem, a seed table, a pyre, a story point, a soothing point, a patient bed. I tell you what, I will build a patient bed. That's just in case people get sick. We'll build that. I am going to get myself a little area to keep animals. This is kind of a unique element to this game that I kind of dig. We're going to get that. We're going to get ourselves a door. A coral, apparently, is what this area is called. And we're going to get a chicken feeding trough in the middle. We're going to see if we can actually try and capture some baby chicks. And hopefully... get some eggs, which is quite exciting. Okay, so working through other things, what do we got going on? Food management. We can choose what order we want our people to eat food in. I'm not really going to mess around with that too much. We will try and sort the. In fact, cooking. How do we sort meat? Probably a meat rack. Meat rack would be pretty decent, I suppose. Is there something else? I guess not, actually. Not at the moment, anyway, but there will be, no doubt. There will be. Fishing tools table. We can get that set up. I'll get a meat rack or two set up. Sure. some meat racks. That's fine. A fruit dryer. We'll get a fruit dryer as well. I guess that maybe doesn't need to be outside, but... Or maybe should be inside, but it doesn't matter. We'll deal with that later. Anyway, that's food management. Nothing to worry about here. Annie Pals, this is kind of cool. This is like animal companions. We're able to get ourselves like wolf companions, and we're going to be doing that, I hope, over the course of this episode. There's quests. There's nothing too complicated here. Conflicts in exchange. There's nothing that we can deal with here, but there are a few different sort of things to consider later on in the game. There's Ancestral Will, which is quite nice. These are kind of like, I guess, inadvertent missions that sort of happen. So, for example, give birth to 3 children, and then we are able to, intelligent species, we're able to get additional prestige, which helps us with alliances and stuff with other tribes, which is kind of cool. This is where things start to get very interesting. And this is basically the research tech tree, except it's not really a research tech tree. It's a knowledge tree, which is unbelievably cool, and I kind of dig it. Remember when I was chatting about that crafting, that little crafting note that appears over, literally that one that appears over people's heads whenever they finish something? Yeah, Gloom Bolna has just gained 0.535 crafting knowledge. Very, very specific knowledge. There's a whole bunch of different knowledge trees. So when we gather resources, or when we chop down logs, when we mine, when we harvest grass, when we combine material stacks, that all has an impact on the knowledge that we get. In the same with crafting tools, combining crafted items, demolishing stuff, deconstructing stuff. It all impacts the amount of knowledge that we have. When we build stuff, that increases, when we build this fence, for example, that increases the amount of knowledge that we have. And we're going to be able to see, hopefully, kind of soon, what moving forward in the knowledge tree actually looks like. But there is a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, foraging for berries, foraging for wild millet, harpooning, for fishing, presumably. Yeah, that's cool. Animal husbandry, chicken domestication, that's already been invented. We'll get to that. Food preparation. See, look at that. We can uncover cooking. We're going to be uncovering cooking at some point in the future. We can get ourselves a stove. How great would that be? That would be fantastic. But it is all done through this knowledge interface. So everything that you do builds knowledge, which I think is just honestly fantastic. Right, this is all set to just dry. Yeah, I mean, fish meat and regular meat, it's all just gonna work. We've got loads and loads of meat right here. Will be destroyed due to decay after 4 days. Yeah, so there's a lot of meat that ideally we would like to try and process. Let's maybe add more meat racks. There we go. That's cool. Either way, this is looking pretty great. I'm pretty happy with all this. You're chopping down resources. We've got plenty of food. We've got 600 berries. Let's see if we can try and get ourselves some chickens. So the way that chickens happen, we need to assign some work. And we need to assign people to the hunting trait. So you're foraging. Let's make you a hunter, and we'll make you a hunter as well. And then we can actually go into the priority interface here, and we can set exactly what we want to see happen. Now we have sheeps and we have chickens. I don't think we actually have any sheeps on this map. I may be mistaken. I am mistaken. Let's not focus on sheep for now. Let's purely focus on chickens, because those are the only things that we can actually domesticate. The point is, we can hunt the adult chickens for meat, which we're going to do, and we can also capture the newborns, which is a very, well, it's not cruel, but it's a very, stark way of saying that we are going to be capturing them and we're going to be sticking them into this area. This current coral size is 81. Each chicken needs 4 cells. Therefore, the current capacity is 20 chickens. Happy days. Every night, males will automatically seek out females for mating. Great. We've also got a chicken feeding trough in the middle, which we are going to be able to manage the food for. Food capacity, no more than 10,000. Let's set that at 120. And that will increase. Actually, let's set it slightly higher. The amount of food that we need will adjust as we go. 1 unit of ingredient can fill up to 1 unit of food. Each one requires 2. That's fine. And it's just berries or dried berries for the moment, which is absolutely A-okay. Right, let's go into 8 times speed, because there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen in the future, but none of it particularly needs to happen now. Anyway, that's the knowledge tree that we've discovered, which is great. I really like this knowledge tree. This is one of the very most interesting elements of this game to me. I think it's fantastic. What a great, unique way of approaching things. And we'll actually get into, as soon as we get into discoveries, we'll actually start to see what I think is an even more interesting way of approaching knowledge creation in this game and research in this game. Ooh, look at that. We managed to get ourselves some chickens. Excellent. They're just baby chickens at the moment. Newborn will mature in 4 days, so we will have an adult chicken in 4 days, which is fantastic. And actually, if we click on the trough here, we can see take eggs, take no eggs. We've got males, females. Happy days. That is all looking good. There is plenty of capacity left in this pen, which is marvelous. And we're continuing to get experience in hunting. How great is that? Direwolf domestication. Look at that. We're actually going to be able to domesticate direwolves. That is very, very cool indeed. I like that a lot. I'd also really like to work on my fishing. Let's see if we can try and build a fishing tools table. Feels like it should be over here somewhere. Let's do that. Sure. Herbs bench. I'm going to get a herbs bench. Let's build that over here. What else? Fruit dryer, meat rack. Are we using our meat? Meat is going to spoil in a few days. Let's actually go into assign work and maybe food preparation. Food preparation. Let's rank somebody slightly higher here. There we go. Rank you slightly higher there, just so that we can get food preparation done, ideally as soon as possible. Nothing else has happened. Pickaxes, lack of pickaxes. How are we doing? Stone axes, stone blades. We don't have the ability. We do have the ability to make pickaxes. What's the issue? Waiting for worker. Oh, we're just working. We're working our way through blades at the moment. That's fine. I'm completely comfortable with that. Okay, let's jump into multiple times speed. There is a lot of stuff that needs to get done. Oh, chickens are walking past. That's fine, I guess. And we also need to make sure that this is actually taken care of. Are our animals being managed? Husbandry, feed animals. Yeah, feed animals needs to be slightly higher as well. Let's put feed animals up to 1, and then we can have a food preparation on 2. This is just all of the sort of regular, management stuff that is going to need to take place whenever you start off a game. Okay, look at that. Fishing tools already up and running. Let's do that. Maintain, I don't know, 5. I don't know how many harpoons we end up needing, but that seems okay to me. One buildings needs roof protection. Which one is it? That needs a roof over it. Okay, we can build a shed. And I'm completely okay to build a shed because it all leads to more and more and more knowledge. More knowledge of everything, which is just so great. Okay, this is all looking good now. Oh, we've managed to hung up 270 meat. It all fit on one singular... Okay, well, there we go. It was all hung on one singular drying rack, which is fine with me. How's this looking? This is looking fine. We've got 9 out of 20 chickens. That looks good. That looks good. That looks great. How's our knowledge coming along? We're making some harpoons. We're gaining some fishing knowledge. Excellent. Very nice. Food preparation. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're probably going to reach this knowledge threshold first. The gathering resources threshold is quite high, which is absolutely fine. It's just something that we need to consider. We're going to be getting those additional pickaxes. We're going to be getting those additional pickaxes soon. Everything else is okay. Now, let's chat about two of the other features that I haven't, or two of the other buttons that I haven't yet touched on. The search for herbs button and the world map button. They're both connected because they will both take place on the world map. Now, the build search herb team, we can actually send out a team of people that are going to go and collect herbs for us. There's a whole bunch of little sort of stats down the side here. None of this particularly matters, but I will increase this up to, like, I don't know, maybe 100 meats? 100 meats. That is going to give us a maximum travel time of 5 days. Honestly, that's too much. That's too much. Let's just have, like, a little... Let's have a 3-day expedition. It's going to cost us 60 meat in order to send that out. That's fine. It's going to hopefully bring us back 9 herbs one unknown herb and one unknown crop, which I think is maybe just a little bit, yeah, a little bit too, not quite enough. We'll set it for 4 days so we get 12 herbs, 2 unknown herbs. We'll immediately set that out, begin to gather things to form search team. Yeah, there we go. Go and do that. I don't know if you guys have got anything useful to contribute skills-wise to the team, but either way, I think we'll be able to survive without them for a little bit. This is going to be kind of interesting. If we click on the world map button, we can actually see that the expedition is going to take them all the way down here. There is absolutely no way in heck that it's going to take them all the way down here, but we need to keep an eye. We need to keep an eye on things. So after 4 days, they'll return. Food will be consumed in just under 3. Afterwards, team members can endure hunger for 4 days. Expect to find herbs and unknown herbs after 23 hours. Easy peasy. So all we need to do is wait for that to happen. Bear in mind, by the way, that there's a whole bunch of like tribes on the map. There's a whole bunch of hostile tribes. There's a whole bunch of neutral tribes. There are also Roaring Dragon. Okay. There are also other. There's also other things that will appear on here. So, for example, like wolves. We should be able to like go out and hunt for wolves and capture the cubs, domesticate them, and I look forward to doing that, or hopefully being able to do that if we're able to get a wiggle on. Dried berries spoil after 2 days. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's try and maintain, I don't know, 200. Maintain 200. That seems pretty decent to me. Are we going to be able to? We're going to be able to get everything done? I hope so. I'd also like to go into assign work and see if we can try and maybe, just maybe, do a little bit of fishing. You can be our designated fishing authority. We cannot decide what to prioritize with regards to fishing, but that's fine. This is all looking good. This is all looking good. This is all looking good. Okay. How's our knowledge coming along? 35 out of the 50 that we require. That's okay. Hunting. We're working on hunting too. Food preparation. That is fine. The search team herb is still waiting to get back. Let's jump into 8 times speed. That's fine. Yeah. Can we see if the basic hunting tool, they've got stone spears equipped. These are the two people that are away on the expedition at the moment. So you should be able to hunt. Let's actually put the hunting up to top priority, or the fishing up to top priority. I'd really love to see how it works. Ooh, we just got something there. Natural endowment. Natural endowment gathering. We should choose one or several labor methods to obtain a stable food source and sufficient sense of security. We did that. We gathered 100 food, and that has unlocked planting. We accidentally discovered that we sow seeds of plants in the ground, more will grow the following year. Send a herb team to search for unknown herbs. Well, we're actually already on that. Craft a hoe, craft rough millet seed, craft cultivated millet seed, build farmland, craft plow, and that's going to give us prestige. Now, I don't think that we have farmland unlocked yet, but we will be able to soon. Right. Oh, look at that. You're fishing. Oh, fantastic. That's really good. And that's going to give us more and more expertise whenever you magically manage to land that. Search team has found herbs, by the way. That's great news. That's really, really good news. This is all looking good. I'm very, very happy with how this is all progressing. We got plenty of berries in here. That's looking nice. All of our meat is hung up. That's great. All of our fish can start to be hung up. This is fantastic news. Very, very happy with how this is all looking. And as soon as we, no, not that one. As soon as we, yep, look at that. We're going in a different direction now. That's fine. Okay, unknown crops will be found after 14 hours. Expect to find unknown herbs after 12 hours. Great. Great. And we can have a little look at the information. You can see that we've already collected 3 herbs. We've got 40 meat left in the pack. That's fine. Herbs, of course, are going to be useful for medicine, keeping people out of the patient bed. That is very, very important. But to be honest, it's probably more important that we get ourselves... did I just run out of berries? I think I did run out of berries. That's fine. But we're going to go and harvest some more. Cool. Unknown herbs, unknown crops. Or unknown crops, and that's great. Look, fantastic. Great news. I'm going to delete all that. And in a day or so, they should be coming back to the tribe. Okay, I want to build more stuff. I want to move my I want to move my crafting. I want to move my crafting on a little bit because I'd love to be able to show you how these mechanics work because it's really, really cool. Winter clothes. Maybe I should start doing that actually. I know that we're in spring. Weaver's table, bone needle. Let's see if we can try and do that since that's going to feed towards my crafting ability anyway. Do I need to be inside here? I probably do. This seems like a bit of kit that needs to be inside, right? Let's do it. Okay. And let's get a shed. Should be that way. Excellent. That'll do just fine. Okay, that's a lot of building that we're going to be undertaking tomorrow, which is great. Grass is not quite... it's my two gatherers, I see. My two gatherers are... Yeah, my two gatherers. Let's set the gather amount up to 200. That should really be a little bit higher than it is. Set that up to 100. Set that up to 50. That's fine. Okay. So we should be able to forage. We should be able to gather. We probably need to have a dedicated forager and a dedicated gatherer, but you know, I don't think it's really going to make that much of a difference in the long run. A little bit more grass will go a long way. Okay. Search Team Herb. It's working. It's working. We're finding the herbs, and that is what matters. Look at this. Look at how quickly we were able to put everything together. We've got a weaver's table already. Animal bone. We've got one animal bone. Now that's nice. Animal hide. Do we have any animal hide? We got 10 animal hide. You know what? Sure. Let's make one singular bone needle. I don't know why we need. I don't know what we need to do with a bone needle, but I guess let's try and maintain 5, and then winter clothes. Maintain 10, I suppose. Bone needles are needed to craft these winter clothes. Okay, well that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. Right, has Search Team Herb returned? Search Team Herb has indeed returned, and there's a lot of stuff to unpack from that little engagement. So, the first thing is we can make potions. This is exactly as you would anticipate. Potions will allow us to make medicinal cures, but we can also taste unknown herbs. Knowledge gained through tasting, 10. Taste unknown herbs to gain knowledge. There's a 25% probability of poisoning. Let's freaking go. Let's go. Let's see. Okay. Now, perhaps the most interesting thing in the game has actually happened. There has been a new discovery. If we have a little look at creations here, we can see that something very interesting has happened. We have unlocked enough knowledge to uncover what's going on here. And so what that means is that we can actually click on the technology and we can have a little look at who contributed the most knowledge. It was Brelka. Okay. And we can actually designate anybody that we want to, but I think that we're probably going to designate Brelka as the inventor of this specific technology, which is really, really cool. Invented, think, verify, spread. And so now what we will start to see happening... Ooh, also, by the way, look at this. We got ourselves some proper grown-up chickens. Very, very cool. 4 adult, 5 female. That's maybe too many males, but you know what? That's okay. We need to get as many eggs as possible. It looks like there's a little bit of roosting going on. That's looking good. And in fact, you know what? I think I might expand this storage area a little bit. I think we might expand it just a smidgeroony. There we go. Just to be on the safe side, we're probably going to need a little bit more storage space. Winter clothes, how's this all coming along? Looks good to me. It's definitely coming. It's going to take time, but we need more animal hides, and that's fine. And we're still harpooning fish, which is great. We're still drying food, which is great. We're still drying meat, which is great. We're drying fish, which is fantastic. That is really, really good. Okay, so the interesting thing that starts to happen when you designate somebody as an inventor, they will start to spread that knowledge of the discovery around the campfire. This is much better than my hands. Like this, watch me. I thought of this in a dream. Actually, I don't understand. Look at that. They're actually spreading the ideas around the campfire. How great is that? I think that is fantastic. I think that is really, really cool. And so they're going to do this. This is going to take a couple of nights. We should probably designate an inventor. Rush Cagna. Let's designate you as the inventor of the bridge. You've discovered the bridge, even though technically it was the same contributions. Are we actually... You're wearing winter clothes? Okay, cool. Wandering barbarians. Discovered someone wandering nearby holding weapons and appearing to be searching. Ooh. Unlock mission. Conflicts and exchange. Who are they? Okay, what do we need to do? Defense against attacks 4. Return prestige. Estimated time of next pillaging. Winter 4, year 1. Pillagers in the next raid. Does that mean that there's pillaging happening right now? I don't think so, right? That's just sheepies over there. That's fine. Okay, and there's no baddies. There's no baddies on the world map. That's okay. I think the first issues that will start to arise will probably be in winter, which is completely fine. We're okay with that. I will say we've got plenty of stone spears. We can equip people, and we can actually take people, much like in RimWorld or any other game, you can take them under direct command, so you can tell them to attack specifically or to not attack specifically. That works out quite well. Also, I think we might have killed every single chicken in the map. Yeah, we absolutely have. That's honestly fine. I don't think I can domesticate sheep yet. No, I don't think I can domesticate sheep, which is okay. Yeah, can't domesticate sheep. So why don't we just kill the sheep? Hunting. No, I didn't mean to sort by hunting, but that's fine. We will hunt the sheep. That's completely okay. Either way, this is looking really, really nice. We got some good stuff. We got some good stuff going. Do we have any more herbs to taste? I think we do. Yeah, let's craft the unknown herbs. Craft the unknown herbs, and we should be able to see a massive... Yep, there we go. Literally a 10-point spike in our knowledge. We might be poisoning ourselves, but at least we are learning, and that's what matters. Hunting ancestral will. What do we get? Domestication. Okay, we got a new mission now. We've hunted enough animals to get to the next mission. Catch direwolf newborns, tame direwolf, designate one of the direwolf as an animal companion, and we need to pair with a direwolf. So in order to do that, we're going to have to progress up to... Where is it? It's down at the bottom here, isn't it? Yeah, it's here. So we need to make way more progress in hunting first. And frankly, we do not have that. Raincoat has been invented. Look at that. We've actually managed to invent a technology by spreading it around the campfire. How cool is that? Foraging, we need to identify more stuff. Harpoons, we're working on that. Direwolf domestication, husbandry, taming, herding, butchering, gather eggs, milking, shear. Yeah, do we have the ability to gather eggs? Take all eggs? Yeah, maybe don't take all eggs. I'm kind of keen to see how many eggs we end up having here. There is /R one crazed direwolf heading for your settlement. Okay, this is a good little example of the combat. We are going to have to tell everybody to get a weapon. We can literally just specify get one. Do we actually have armor? I don't know if we have armor. We've got bone needle, but I don't think we've got any armor, do we? No, we don't have armor. That's fine. Let's just tell everybody to get a weapon. You know, we've prepared for this moment. We have prepared for this moment. We can also now build raincoats. Where can we build raincoats? Build them here? Nice. I'll say make, maintain, and we'll make and maintain 10 raincoats. Very, very cool. Just costs us grass as well. Okay, someone needs to be soothed, but there are no soothing points. Yeah, indeed that is the case. Right. Can I get everybody back here, please? If I just select this, we should select everybody. I'm going to say commands. I'm going to say everybody move here. Where are my other people? You're not under my command yet. Let's get you to move here. And Hall Brekla, you're going to get commanded, and you're going to get to move here. Okay, good. Everybody back. Everybody form up. in a row. We also need to build a soothing point. Yeah, I'll get on that in just a second. Let's prepare. Okay. I think that's going to be enough of a force. Right. We're going to say attack targets, and we're going to get to work. Now, I don't believe that we can... ooh, there we go. I don't believe that we can actually do... There we go. Get your... attack. There we go. Okay, I'm going to have to manually micro these chumps. That's fine. That's fine with me. There we go. Get your stuff stuck in there. And there we go. Add that to the mix. Move here. Brilliant. It is going to be a little bit costly for us. We can have a little look at the additional information here. Status. There's a mood penalty by killing a direwolf, unfortunately. But that's just because they are mad. And that is actually why we need a soothing point. So if I build myself a soothing point, let's build that over here. Build a soothing point, then that should allow us to hopefully be able to allay those issues. There are a few other things that I'd like to touch on, but I don't think that we're actually going to be able to. There can be children. Children can be born. We can allow or disallow pregnancy, which is kind of cool. There is marriage. Invention for the raincoat has been complete. The bridge has not yet been complete. There is marriage in this game. Marriage happens, which is kind of nice. People can now get soothed, which is great. The doctor is here to soothe people with a poor emotional state. That's okay. It's because of the animal craze. One animal's gone mad, not soothed yet, is giving us minus 1.9 mood, which is a little bit unfortunate. There we go. We're ready to soothe. Beautiful. And that actually gives us some herbs knowledge as well, which is really quite nice. You're still commanded. I'm going to cancel the command there too. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. Look at that. And we're still learning about the bridge, which is pretty darn great. You absolutely love to see it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Bridge has been invented now. We can actually build a bridge. We can build a bridge to get to the other side here. Oh, I'm so interested. Let's do that. How many bits of wood is it going to cost? 18 wood. That's all it's going to cost. 18 wood. That's nothing. We have 108 here. I just love how quickly and accessibly everything can be built. It's really, really nice. Nothing else to make in the harpoon department. We could probably be harpooning a few more fish, but that's okay. I'm not particularly bothered about that. We'll get this built within the day, I would imagine, which is great. Very, very happy. But yeah, so everybody has got stats. You can see males, females, etc. We can start to... Will acquire fertility in 26 days. Pregnancy instruction. Primitive person can get pregnant after 7 years. The duration of the pregnancy is 30 days. After the baby is born, they'll stay on their mother's back. It's really quite comprehensive, you know, so much so that, you know, when a person is pregnant, they are progressively less able to contribute to the... Look at that. We built the bridge like within a day. Amazing. They're progressively less and less able to contribute to doing certain jobs. So that's kind of cool. I like that. I think that's great. I think this game is just like... I mean, we've got some quests to do. You know, we've got like, I guess, rougher quests, like natural quests that we're going to achieve. And then we've got this mechanic here, which I absolutely love. I just think it's fantastic. I think it's really, really good. You know, sort of you play the game. There's no real objective with regards to knowledge, but you know, you just do natural stuff and it ends up happening. I think that's pretty darn great. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Primitive Society Simulator. Check this one out, linked down in the description below if indeed you're interested. It is going to be releasing at some point in the near future. This is a early access preview build. No doubt a lot of the issues that you see in this version of the game probably won't end up making it into the full version. But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It's got great vibes. It's got great vibes. It feels cool. It feels very, very cool, and I can imagine building massive primitive societies over the course of massive campaigns here. Yeah, I like it a lot. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for watching. My name, of course, has been Orbital Potato. Check out the Patreon if indeed you're interested in making videos like this possible. I'll catch you next time. Bye.